as vocal captain, I'm in charge of making sure that all the vocals are kept intact during our time on the ship. So the integrity of the shows needs to stay the same as how we rehearse them in Miami. So every week we get a video of the shows. I watch the videos and double check harmonies and stylistic choices are still in place. If anything's slightly amiss, then we discuss them, we give notes, and then we amend them for the following shows that week. I think the best thing that motivates me on stage is getting eye contact with an audience member, and as soon as I see that they're really enjoying it, that just motivates me to kind of carry on with my performance. And I also have a specific moment in each show that I really enjoy, so whenever I get to that moment it kind of makes me really happy, or I spot someone else on stage enjoying themselves and that propels me forwards.
It's my job as dance captain to maintain the integrity of the shows once we leave the rehearsal process. So I'll get a video of the shows every week to watch and take notes if anyone is doing something on the wrong count or doing a wrong arm or something, and then I'll give those notes to the cast before the next show so that they can apply them. It's also my responsibility to do what we call a reblock, so if a singer or dancer happens to be out with an injury or illness, it's my responsibility to position everyone around and change people so that it doesn't look like there's somebody missing and it doesn't look like there's any holes on the stage. I also lead the full cast in a warm-up before each show to make sure that we prevent as much injury as possible, and I will also learn and teach any theme nights that we don't get to learn in the rehearsal period.
It feels great. We spend a lot of time rehearsing these shows and performing these shows, and when we're walking around the ship and people come up to us and tell us how much they enjoyed the show, how much their kids enjoyed the show, the great time that they had the night before watching us, it makes us feel really good, and it makes us feel like all the hard work we put into it was really worth it.
Every day before each show, we do a tech run in the afternoon where we run the show full with lights and sound, no costumes. It's just kind of a rehearsal before each show. And an hour before the shows at 7 and 9 p.m., I spend about an hour doing hair and makeup and pre-setting my costumes for all the quick changes. So for example, in Simply Ballroom, we've got 9 costumes to quick change into. So I lay them out so that they're easy to step into right when I come off stage. And then I spend about a half an hour warming up my body so that I don't injure myself, and that's how I prepare for the shows.
Well, typically a contract on a ship takes about 8 to 10 months for a production singer or dancer, so that's a very long time away to be from your family, your friends and your home. So it's really important that when we all get here, we all make friendships and we all get along. We see each other all the time, every day, even off the ship. So it's really, really imperative that you get on. But it's really not that difficult for us. I mean, we've all had the same training, we've all gone through very similar situations, so for us it comes quite naturally. Normally at the end of the show, bearing in mind we've done 2, one at 7 and one at 9, you feel very, very tired. You're pretty exhausted by that point. You have to put away all your costumes, take off your makeup, obviously take out your hair, but also you have to make sure that everything's clean and tidy backstage, and then the technicians will come on the stage and take down everything that you've used, ready for the show, which is going to be on the next day. Predominantly the first thing that you're thinking about is going to bed because you're very tired. But obviously you have to prepare, make sure everything's put away and ready for the next day.
Naturally, over the course of a ship contract, there's bound to be some bumps in the road. It just kind of comes with the territory of live theater. But I think because the cast works so well together and because we all know one another really well, we're able to adapt to whatever the problem may be. So if ever there's someone out with an injury or a costume problem or a problem with the stage, we consult with our dance captain, our vocal captain, and our production manager in order to come up with a solution that works really well for everyone, that everyone feels comfortable with, and make sure that the show looks really great for the audience, despite there being some problem happening backstage. But because we all work together for the entirety of the contract and we all know each other really well, it's pretty easy to adapt with one another. Here on the Millennium, we're incredibly fortunate to have an amazing AV team that kind of keeps the production going. It's not just the cast that's on stage performing, but there's such a great group that's helping all the other pieces come together. We've got 2 amazing AV techs in the wings who are helping us with quick changes and helping call cues. We've got 2 AVs on follow spot. We've got a chief lighting engineer. We've got a sound engineer that's making sure everything sounds great. And then we've got our production manager who's kind of orchestrating everything and putting all the pieces together. So as a cast member, it feels really great because you don't just have the support of your fellow cast members, but you also have the support of this awesome team. And truly, I think that the shows wouldn't be half of what they were without this awesome group that's kind of supporting us and making sure that the show goes up and looks great.